You're listening to the BulkLoads podcast, your number one resource in everything bulk freight trucking. And this is episode 219.
Hey guys, Jared Flynn with the BulkLoads podcast. Today I am flying solo. I'm going to talk a little bit about myself, but more importantly, I'm going to talk about the things I do that can help you. I'm looking at my phone right now, and in the little messages screen, there's a little icon that says 757 unread messages. Did you have a heart attack yet? Well, if you go down where it says phone, it says 12. I know a lot of you are listening to this right now, and it is absolutely driving you crazy saying, Jared, how can you have that many unread messages on there? Well, that's the point I want to talk to you about today. I'm going to talk to you about being efficient with your time, because we know in this business, your time is your money. And how do we scale ourselves, and how do we get the max productivity out of ourselves each and every day? So today I want to first start off talking about these messages. I know when I go onto my phone, I don't even look at this anymore. That I know that, hey, the messages that I'm responding to are going to be the most important ones, not the ones that I need to reply. And truth be told, a lot of these messages on here are ones I've probably viewed. I just haven't cleared off that yet anyways, whether they're group chats with my kids' sports or a group chat with an organization that I'm volunteering with. So a lot of those messages don't need my attention. Therefore, I'm not going to give them my attention. So number one. The second thing I want to talk to you about today is how do we scale our time or delegate the tasks that we don't need to be focused on because it's taking too much of our time. A couple years ago, I got to where we'd started 2 businesses, running 2 farming operations, family, wife, 3 kids, homeschooling. We bought a couple investment properties as well. And I got to be where I would pull up my email every day and just get buried. I'd see hundreds of unread emails and things. And a lot of times it created this almost anxiety where wondering where I would need to start. I looked into how can I scale this better? How can I be more productive on my side? And was listening actually to another podcast. I'll give them full credit, and heard about hiring virtual assistants. So I looked more into it, and a virtual assistant, basically it's someone that can work for you and they can be anywhere in the country. So started doing my research and actually found there was a person here within 5-10 minutes of me. I wanted someone that would be relatively close, not that we would have to see each other every day, but if needed be, but found a person here locally that actually specializes in being an executive assistant. So we met and I hired her. Her name's Ashley, and she has been phenomenal. And I'm going to tell you how she has been phenomenal on my part. Virtual assistants, they can be used in I think, a variety of ways, depending on just how much you want them to have access for. But in my instance, Ashley has full access to all of my emails, my calendar. She has a lot of my personal info. She plans all of my travel schedules, my airlines, rental cars, hotels, conferences. She takes care of all of that. And to be quite honest, I am not good at that, and I don't like doing that. And that has been one way that she has been instrumental in allowing me to be more productive in the things that I can focus on. Number 2, Ashley has, again, full access to all of my emails. So every morning when I come into the office, I pull up, and before, again, I would have hundreds and hundreds of these emails. When I pull them up, typically in the morning, I may have 20 to 30, and then she's actually got maybe half of those or less than half of those highlighted from importance, from most important to least important, and she'll tee them up. So this gives me the freedom to know that, hey, here are the emails that need Jared Flynn's attention, number 1. So I can go through those in the morning, and it's just created this peace to know that, hey, there's nothing else buried in these emails that's going to be critical mission or something that I need to pay attention to. This has allowed me to be a lot more productive on those emails, but then just spend less time managing all those emails. And to be quite honest, you're probably listening to this and you can go through and be like, yeah, a lot of these emails I get probably aren't that important to begin with. So that has been another way that Ashley has just been instrumental in helping me manage my emails. And thirdly, and last, I'll say this: Ashley has helped me even just from a creativity or bottleneck standpoint. You all know over the past 12 years, we have started 3 successful businesses. Probably one of my specialties is being creative and business development, starting new businesses, finding that need or that pain point that clients are experiencing, and then creating a solution for that. But with that, there's always things that I still have questions with, and I have to do research for. So a lot of times, if there's something I'm hung up on, can't find it, or just trying to figure out how to do that, I will send it to Ashley, and she may not be able to help 100% of the time, but a lot of times she can push me in the right direction to say, hey, I'm trying to figure out, hey, how does this law work, or this tax work, or how does this work in this state? What kind of licensing do you have to do this? And she can do that research ahead of time for us, or for me to get that out of there. So that has been another thing that any day, and I can, a lot of times I'll just send her just a quick text message, or I can, if I'm in front of my computer, I'll send an email, and it doesn't have to be anything scripted. It could just be a couple sentences being like, hey, working on this insurance thing. How does I don't understand this, or can you give me some help, or where I can find this? And typically she can reply back and show me where to find that. The last thing that she does, and I think I said that other one was the last thing, but this is probably just as important. We have scaled tremendously between all of our companies, and when you scale, you have to hire more employees. There's more benefits. There's just more things that you have to do for those employees. Well, Ashley helps me on all of those facets. So she helps manage all of the quarterly reviews that we do, performance reviews we do with our employees. She also helps me handle any kind of payroll, compensation, bonuses, salaries, anything that we need to do employee-wise. She helps manage all that. And before, I was trying to do all that myself, and this has been just a relief that she does all that. So she helps submit and collect all of our payroll and get it to our accounting firm. And that has been a blessing on my end, that I don't have to be burdened with those tasks to make sure that gets accomplished out there. So, well, I know you listen to this. If you have questions, you can always contact me directly. I would love to speak with you more about that. But most of you all listening to this are business owners. You're trying to figure out, hey, how do I scale my time? How do I become more efficient with what I do? How do I grow? How do we make more money? And there are ways to do that. In today's world, especially with technology and remote working, you can grow and you can hire people for specific functions that'll help grow your business. I think I said this before. Ashley, she is a contractor, so she's not an employee of mine. She works right now 15 hours a week, and trust me, it is unbelievable how much productivity I get for the 15 hours that she works a week for me. It's just been amazing. So if you have questions about how to get this done, contact me and I can show you. But you can look up, there are virtual assistants all over the country. I got lucky that mine was right here in my hometown that I chose. But you can be working, you may be in Tennessee working with someone in Florida or in Missouri or wherever. And a lot of these times, these virtual assistant companies, you can actually kind of tell them what you're looking for, what kind of business, and they'll match you up with people that are already working with other individuals in that line of business. So a lot of times they already got experience and know exactly kind of what your business is. So I want to throw that out there. Also, I want to throw out, besides just having an assistant, over the years, we've created tools between BulkLoads to help you find freight easier. We have our TMS system to help you manage your loads more efficiently. These are all tools that we have created to help scale your business more. Smart Freight Funding, as you all know, it's a payment solution, so you don't actually have to worry about invoicing customers. You can use that platform to quickly get paid. Now we've launched bulk insurance to hopefully make your user experience, getting insurance, maintaining insurance, updating insurance, all those a lot easier. So again, I've learned over the years to let people that are good at what they do focus on what they're good at doing, and let us focus on what we're good at doing. You may be listening to this, behind the seat, driving down the road, saying, "Hey, I'm the everything. I'm the owner of the company. I'm the driver. I'm the mechanic. I do everything." Well, figure out ways, what things can you do to scale that, to allow you to focus on other things that are actually going to grow your business, not just maintain your business. Maybe you're a freight brokerage out there, with 1 or 2 truck people, and say, "Hey, Jared, I spend most of my time trying to find trucks, or trying to find freight, or trying to match it up, maintain trucks, maintain deliveries." There are ways that you can keep scaling up that business. And you got to keep thinking that way. I mean, if you want to keep growing, making more money, making more profits, growing your company out there, to get it to the level that where you are. So lastly, and just a final saying, again, what I'm talking about on this podcast isn't for everyone. I know there are people out there listening saying, "Hey, I'm perfectly content where I am with my business. I'm perfectly content managing everything myself. I don't want other people to have access to those things, my email." And again, that is perfectly fine. This is just a solution that I have done, and it has just, catapulted my productivity and my business. It's allowed me to continue to focus on the businesses that I currently co-own and help run. It's allowed me to look into new segments. It's allowed me to invest in other areas, whether that's real estate, different farming operations. Here, over the past couple of years, I have written a couple children's books as well, that it's allowed me to just focus on that. Again, it's allowed me to even focus and be more productivity and give more invaluable content on this podcast that you're listening to as well. So wanted to throw all that out there. So again, find ways that you can be more productive in your business. How are ways that you can take the tasks that are consuming a lot of your time and scale those out? Maybe it is a virtual assistant or assistant that you can hire and do that. And again, a lot of these, try it out, see if it works. You can always go back, you can always cancel, but maybe, just maybe, these people that you can hire will help give you more flexible and more freedom to do what you love doing, whether that's operating the company, whether that's spending more time with your family and your friends. Again, we always say in here, it's all about the end game. What is the end game? And then you just got to back pedal from that. So if the end game is having more flexibility, or being at home more, being with your family more, there are ways to get there by scaling out these processes. So, well, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for listening to the BulkLoads podcast. This was a little bit different. We didn't bring on a guest, but I just wanted to share some of my stories, some of my successes that I've had, how I've got through some of these pain points, through my business career. I am still growing. I am still looking for ways to scale myself, again, to be more available, but again, for me to offer more valuable services and products to people like you. As always, thank you so much for listening to the BulkLoads podcast, and God bless.